So now they're in the basement. And as you can see, they've gotten really big. They want out. They're saying out, out, out.
Morning everyone, it's Tim here, the Rock Whisperer from Garden State Koi. We're building a 13 by 15 koi pond with a cool bridge with a big bluestone slab going over it. And one thing really special about this project, Cathy has been keeping her fish in the basement of the house here. We're about getting ready to spray out the whole entire pond area. There's gonna be a lot of different elevation changes on this project. Today we brought the big guy, 5-ton excavator. It's a Bobcat. It's oh man, almost 12 years old. It's time for a new one, but you take care of these things, they sure perform well. We got a hydraulic claw on the front, a hydraulic blade. Stay tuned, this project's gonna be really, really awesome.
Hi, I'm Cathy Frainer. I'm from Goshen, New York. When I was a kid, I always had goldfish. I was always driving everybody crazy with goldfish. But when we moved here, and as my husband did a lot of work around here, cleared the backyard, made all these planters for me, I decided I wanted a water feature. The old water feature was over there, which is now a flower garden. This was the flower garden now, and before it was a pond, and it was just a small pond, as you can see, and it was 3 feet deep, and I threw 3 baby kois in there, and they thrived all summer long. A lot of water changing though. As they got too big, I was like, oh, we got to do something different. The fish came in for the winter. They were in a big 30-gallon tank, and but they were getting way too big for that. So thankfully, spring came, we got to bring them back out. Last year, before winter came, I put a dog pool inside the patio, and I said, John, this is where we're going to keep them for the winter, I'll heat the water. And he was like, no, let's bring them inside. So now they're in the basement. So this is my pond in my basement. And as you can see, as they got bigger, we feared that they were going to start jumping out, so they have their net over the top. There's 3 filters in there to keep the water clean, but usually about every 2-3 weeks I have to change the water. So I have 4 koi in here. The little orange one, he was just added this winter because he was upstairs in the tank and grew too big. But the other 3 are the 3 original. And as you can see, they've gotten really big and they're very friendly. So they've been down here all winter, and they've actually done really well down here. They've grown down here too over the winter. They weren't quite this big in that little pond. So with more space, they got bigger. Come here, guys. They're not gonna come over. I was bound and determined to make sure that these guys did well. They're not just fish to me, they're my pets. I also have dogs, so I'm an animal lover. So I've got a paradise here. As you can see, I put this down here. Mindset is everything. You can only be determined and do the research, and it worked out.
We're in the backyard where this pond's gonna go. It's something really unique about this water feature. In front of me over here is this awesome screen house. The homeowners, Cathy and John, are planning on putting in windows here. So it's gonna be a full season room, like 3-season type thing. The water is gonna actually come right up to the edge here like this. After that comes around right here in front here is where the waterfall is gonna fall in. This waterfall will be roughly, I would say, about 6 inches tall. Very small, but give you a nice look from inside the patio. We're gonna have the skimmer unit in over here. Right in here we'll have another waterfall falling. And then up here will be the signature 2500 biofall with another waterfall pouring out. If you look uphill over there, the whole area is slanted. And this is gonna be a patio area here. So we brought these large boulders in to retain all the soil that'll be coming out of that excavation up there. After we get all our levels set, then we can actually start digging the pond.
Hey, look what I got over here. We have a 1,000 skimmer lay all the company.
We had to excavate the area out, roughly around 20-something inches. And now we're gonna level the bottom, tamp the soil, and using a laser transit, get the skimmer unit set to the correct height. So we've been digging, and as we got down around 12 inches down, maybe 15, we started hitting some really, really rocky soil you can see down below. It seems to be a lot of shale, and the machine bucket has been breaking it up. So we are almost down to our final depth of 30 inches of excavation. It's pretty much solid rock, and I was trying to dig in this direction before, but the way that the grain of the rock is running, it looks like it's running this way. So I'm gonna have to move the machine uphill and try to scoop from this side and hopefully break it loose. So we were able to break away a lot of the rock, and the second shelf and bottom area of the pond is complete. We'll be putting the bluestone on the foundation there so the water can come right up to the edge. We're gonna put a nice layer of sand inside the pond. And to protect it from all this shale, the final coat will be an underlayment fabric called Rock Pad. It's extra heavy duty, non-woven geotextile, and then the liner will go in.
Could probably make cool sandcastles out of this.
You can see Aaron behind me. He's hooking up the drain pipe to the downspout. We got the liner in the pond. What a team effort can do. We even got some boulders staged behind us for tomorrow morning. So as long as if the weather stays away, we should be a-okay. This viewing area is from inside the screened-in porch. It's what they're gonna actually be looking at. And right now we're about to install a fish cave right down in that area there. That's what that black tube is over here. And we're gonna set it in, set some boulders, and then backfill around the black pipe with some gravel, make a cave area. The cave area is a great place for the koi to hide if there's any predators, and also during the winter months. This one here is a 24-inch piece of tube, diameter as well as length. Here with Danny, we got Jonathan, and the special guest here, Franco.
What's up?
And we're just about to start our day by unloading the truck of topsoil onto the driveway so we can get the edges nice and neat. And we're gonna be working on the waterfall today, so should be a really good day. We're also gonna be facing a piece of bluestone along the foundation of that screened porch, so stay tuned for that. We have a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully we can complete most of the waterfall. And then tomorrow it's a lot of finishing touches, like putting the patio area in and also putting the bridge across the stream. So this is gonna be a really cool part of the project. We stopped at the local stone yard, E.P. Jansen's Nursery in Florida, New York, and picked up a nice slab of bluestone. It's 2 inches thick, about 6 foot long, and 16 inches high. And the face and the top of the bluestone has a thermal texture to it. What we're gonna do is stand the liner up against the foundation here in front of me, and the liner will go here, and then the bluestone will go in front of it. And then we'll use some rocks to hold that bluestone in place. And what we'll achieve is from inside this greenhouse looking down, it'll look like the water's right up against the foundation of this building. So that'll be a really nice effect to this pond, and probably one of my favorite parts. And with that bluestone edge, you literally can't see that piece of bluestone from inside the porch. So it makes it look like the water comes right up to where you're sitting inside the screened-in area. A really neat effect. What are you making? Tortillas?
We got some avocados coming, the world's best fruit.
Some limes. And
Some call it a veggie,
some beautiful chicken.
some call it a fruit.
And what's in that bag over there? We have some cilantro. It's taco time.
Taco Wednesday.
So the taco's off the grill. We got queso fresco, some cilantro, the smoked grilled chicken off the grill, some limes, avocados. What does everybody think of tacos?
Delicious.
So good.
So before we can actually get the waterfall in, we're doing a little work of the downspout. After we complete this drainage pipe, we can backfill and then start setting our elevation for the waterfall and stream. We're about just to set the feeding stone off the patio, and right now we're just checking heights. Ultimately, we want this stone 4 inches above water level. That way half the stone is sitting in the water, and that way half the stone is sitting out of the water. We're starting to work on the upper area of the waterfall. Aaron and Jose are finishing up the edges over here. Franco has the cinder blocks leveled. That's the foundation for the large bluestone that we picked up at EP Jansen's nursery this morning. We have this beautiful slab of bluestone, which is going to turn into a nice bridge over the stream. Franco's raking up a little bit of the shale, and then we're going to replace that area with some fresh topsoil for protection on the liner. Once this fabric and liner flips back over all this, we'll be able to take the bluestone and place it on top for a bridge, and then we just got to disguise the sides and continue working on the waterfall over here. Aaron, why are you cutting the liner?
Because it's extra and I gotta hold it and tack against the rocks. So we finish this area over here.
And then we backfill it with soil. Franco's starting to put in some of the plants. Aaron just finished up the edge right there.
What we have here are some creeping phlox that we're going to dress up this berm with. You'll see it from above, and then they'll start to drape down and really soften up this stonework and hold up the soil. One thing for pond builders, since I come from the landscaping field, a little advice. When you see plants dense like this with roots, I can't stand when people just plant them like this, because it just irks me. You know, they're root bound and they're not going to grow properly and spread, and eventually some of them could actually die if they're so root bound. Perennials not so much, but if you get plants like spirea or some of the other shrubs that are really root bound, they won't do well. They may last for a year or two, then die, and if you go to take them out, you'll see they come right out. So what you want to do, what I do is I take pruners and I take the top hook and I go in and I rip up the roots. Same thing you would do with aquatic plants, except this is obviously a little bit more different because usually you're removing some of the soil or most of the soil from aquatics. You're going to tease the roots, get it all nice and broken up so that they can expand into the soil and actually grab hold and do well. And you plant it, leave it about 1 inch high so you have some room for mulch. Pack it in there nicely, and that's how you properly plant it.
I don't even know where to plug it in at.
Oh my goodness. Let me show you what a plug is. Come on.
I know what a plug is, thank you very much.
Let me show you what a plug is.
So this is Cathy. What do you think?
I think it's awesome. I think you guys did a great job.
I think it's missing something.
Fish. I don't think I'm using. Very, very gentle.
That's the way we have to do it.
Then we're gonna let them sit for 20 minutes.
Okay.
They float, and then we let them go.